What's up, guys? Jay Vincent here, jvincentfitness.com. Today's video is going to be about how do you train to get the maximum pump, that tight, full feeling that you get sometimes when you train. So before I get into that, please hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification icon because I got a lot of science-based fitness myth-busting videos on the way. So how do we get the muscular pump? I bet you guys notice that sometimes you go to the gym and you get a great pump. Other times you don't. Now, why is this? Well, let me explain the science behind getting that muscular pump, and then it'll be pretty easy to figure out how to train to get one. Now, keep in mind, a muscular pump is just a side effect of training. You shouldn't go, like Arnold Schwarzenegger says, chasing the pump. While there is some truth to that, it's not necessarily the end-all be-all when it comes to stimulating muscular growth. Although the muscular pump is a side effect of one of the components required to stimulate improvements in strength and growth, it is not the only component. So what causes the muscular pump? Well, it's pretty simple. It's metabolic stress. So when you leave your muscles under tension long enough, muscular metabolism has to churn very hard, anaerobic and aerobic metabolism, leaving waste products, mostly lactate and hydrogen. And what this does is cause an increase in extracellular H2O, extracellular water, which causes that sarcoplasmic hypertrophy that a lot of people like to talk about. Basically, the cell fills up with more fluid or sarcoplasm and expands. And this is where that muscular pump comes from. So it's the metabolic stress. So a lot of people notice when they do high volume training, which is set after set after set with dozens and dozens of reps, that they get more of a pump. And this is because you are exposing the muscle cell to more metabolic stress. But there's another way you can do this. You can simply do a longer duration set rather than do a bunch of meaningless sets that don't develop much metabolic stress. You'll probably notice when you do high volume, it's only the last 10 or 5 reps on the last set that really give you that metabolic stress and that pump. You could just do one extended set to momentary muscle failure. So for instance, if you're doing a 60 to 90 set and you're lifting and lowering the weight slowly, what you're doing is creating continuous muscular loading, which is going to create continuous muscular stress or metabolic stress. And that is what's going to result in the pump. So if you want a really, really heavy pump, do a 60 to 90 set, 60 to 90 second set, lifting and lowering slowly so the muscles are under constant load so that metabolic stress doesn't get relieved. So if you're lifting quick, like most idiots do in the gym, you're getting brief rest periods at the top and at the bottom, which is delaying that metabolic stress, which is what causes the pump. So a longer duration set to muscular failure, keep in mind, when you're reaching the point where it's getting very difficult and you're squeezing as hard as you can, this is when the metabolic stress is the most high and the most increased. So taking the set to failure is also going to contribute to more metabolic stress, more sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, and a bigger muscular pump. Keep in mind, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy is a temporary phenomenon. It's just the pump. It is not a long-term adaptation. So a lot of people say that there's a way to train for sarcoplasmic hypertrophy versus myofibrillar hypertrophy, which is the expansion of the amount of myofibrils in the muscle cell. This is wrong. The adaptation we're looking for is strictly myofibrillar hypertrophy. This is the long-term hypertrophy that is going to stay with your muscles because you're going to add myofibrils, or expand the myofibrils rather, to make the muscle cell larger. The sarcoplasmic side effect, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, that's just a side effect of getting a muscular pump. So how do you do this? Longer duration sets, taking the set to failure, and really jacking up and increasing that amount of metabolic stress. All right, huge topic. I'm sure you understand it well by now. Hope you appreciate the cool backdrop I set up for the video. Again, like, subscribe, bell notification icon, more myth-busting videos coming in the future. jvincentfitness.com. Again, follow me on Instagram _J_Vincent.